After adding a new rule to their rulebook and putting an end to their daily bittersweet and innocent fights over silly things, they both calm down. And then they spend the next few days like that, with some small fights, but without breaking each other's heads. One day after office, Jin said to Jia that he wanted to host a housewarming party for all his office colleagues and friends. He further said that those people have asked him for a party several times, and they are also very excited to meet her. Jia asks, "But why a party suddenly?" Jin replied that they have been asking for it since their marriage. Even today they asked about the party after the meeting, but he would say yes to it only if she agrees, and getting together in his company is always optional. She remains silent for some time. Then after thinking for a while, she says enthusiastically, "Okay, let's do it." Jin again told her that she didn't have to say yes under pressure, but she confidently replied that she had no problem in hosting the party. While on the other hand, Jia have some different opinion about hosting the party, that in the party you invite people to ask for continued support for the future. There is not much preparation as a guest, but the host has a lot to do. All in all, this is an event she always wanted to avoid, but despite all the reasons, she agrees to it because she knows Jin Minchul doesn't like the idea of it either. The next morning before going to office, Jin asks her again that she can still back out now, as Jia already knew that he also doesn't like partying, but he wanted her to refuse, but she doesn't do so, and says you go to office without worry, she will do all the preparations herself. Looking at Jin's sad face, she says to herself, "You little rascal, you think you can torture me for my mistake last time?" Look at his upset face, it's perfect, I love it. Jin tries again and say, "Jia, you need to calm down and think again about this." Jia interrupts him and replies that she honestly wants to have a housewarming party. She further tells him that she knows he is saying these things because he doesn't want a party. If that is the case, then he can tell people at work that he doesn't want to. Jin remains silent and turns to leave. Seeing this, Jia smiles and says, "Okay, then take care of yourself and don't worry about anything." Hearing this, Jin turns slightly and smiles at her. Seeing him smiling, Jia, who was very happy earlier, suddenly becomes worried. She starts wondering what happened to him suddenly. Why is he so happy? He should have been sad because he is being forced to do something which he doesn't want to do. Jia was worried and sad as she had made some notes on Jin's qualities, which turned out to be wrong this morning, as there was a sudden change in Jin's behavior today. According to Jia, Jin's first trait is that he is obsessed with efficiency. He looks like an old eco-friendly robot whose battery has run out, and now it is working on power-saving mode. She has also noted some evidence for this trait as he doesn't bother to eat his food, he grinds it and drinks it. He doesn't waste his energy on other things. He only plays games on gaming console and work out at gym. His trait number 2 is that he is very polite, surprisingly vulnerable to requests. If you keep on pressing him, he will finally give in, as he never refuses any of Jia's requests, and after the honeymoon he only wears the clothes she chose for him. So as per these traits of Jin, she observed, there is no doubt that he did not want to have a housewarming party, but he could not refuse it either, as he can't refuse. He was trying to use Jia's refusal as an excuse for not throwing a party, which she completely understood now. Then suddenly a thought comes to Jia's mind as to how Jin will address her in front of his office friends as wife, girlfriend, housemate, or as a spouse, because it was kind of embarrassing for her. Then she thought that whatever it is no more shameful than her past when she used to live with her parents. With this thought, she prepares herself for the party preparations. Exactly 2 hours later, she starts regretting this decision because of the workload. While cooking food, she continuously on the phone asking her mother about the recipes. "Mom, what did you say? Soy sauce, sesame oil, garlic, and whatnot?" The mother on the other side replies that it is fish sauce, not soy sauce. She yelled at her mother asking what fish sauce was and what it looked like. And then all of a sudden, the cooker starts whistling. She asks her mother what she should do now. Before she can answer anything, the cooker explodes. After a while, now it is time for the party. Jin arrives with some of his office colleagues. Jia opens the door and welcomes them. At the same time, she whispers in Jin's ear that he must treat her very well for now. He replies that this is why he doesn't want to have a housewarming party. The very next moment, she turns to them and says, "It was a long drive, wasn't it? You all must be tired, so let's go straight for dinner. There were many dishes on the dining table. Seeing them all, the guests became happy. Noticing the reaction of the guests, Gia smiles and says, "It's not much, but please enjoy." Hearing Gia, Sam says, "What are you saying? The whole table is full of food. It can break at any moment." While on the other hand, Jin was quite surprised to see her efforts for the party. After freshening up, they start eating and compliments Jin that they are jealous of him as he gets to eat such delicious food every day. Jin says, "This is also my first time that I am eating such tasty food." Before he could say anything else, Gia pinches him and says that he is very kind. That is why he is saying so. Seeing them both like this, everyone starts laughing. All of them have a lot of fun while enjoying the food. Thanks for watching and comment the best part of this video.